Any tips for the Matty flips? I could give you 2 tips on what I just saw in your video. 2 tips I could give you. Number 1, when you are doing power loops, you are doing a very common thing that all of us do, and that is you're going up into the air, and then you're kind of doing the flip motion at the very top of your climb. And you're kind of flipping, and then when you look down, you're like, ah, shit, you didn't go over the object. You're kind of went like in front of the object up, and you just kind of look down at it. Very common, happens all the time. When we do power loops, you want to practice in basically an Immelman. If you've ever done an Immelman, it's a reverse split S essentially. You go from the bottom, you would go up, so nose up in the air, and then when you reach completely flat and upside down, you roll out of it, and that's an Immelman, and then you fly straight away. So you go up, roll out, and then go straight. For a power loop, you go up, hold here. When you get to that flat part, you kind of just hold that. Kill your throttle and hold. Trust yourself and hold that. Then you'll clear the object, then curve and finish the flip down. Matty flip, same concept. Flip up and then kind of wait a second before you pull back under. Otherwise, a lot of times you'll go above the thing you're trying to Matty flip under. You'll just back up over it. So if you kind of slow down your input, slow down your stick input, or give yourself less pitch than you're applying, apply a little less, so you kind of elongate that flip down in the Matty flip instead of doing it quickly. And the other thing for Matty flips is just practice flying backwards and get used to where your camera sits, what do you see in your camera lens, ground to camera, to where you can get exactly in the position you need to be to move backwards. We're very used to flying forward, so we're going to put the ground and camera, like we're going to put it where we normally think we need to be to move forward coming out of a Matty flip. That's just, your brain just goes there. So instead, practice so when you do that front flip over whatever you're Matty flipping, you'll immediately get into that backwards position that you're used to fly backwards under the object to be able to finish out the Matty flip. Those would be the 2 things that I would recommend, though, for both tricks. They're both just flips, essentially. Elongated flips, I guess you could call it. But I hope that helps.